Welcome back to Careful Boys, where we are very careful boys.
Hey! Yeah, we gotta clap more.
I love clapping. So we were talking a little bit after the show yesterday, and we were talking about like signs that you can tell when you're friends or you're like a couple that you know are maybe about to break up.
Damn. I actually had this talk with my dad. So this is fresh, hot off the fucking press. But my dad, he sat me down last week, and we just been having like more father-son talks. This fool told me, he's like, you know, I've been thinking, I'm alone, right? I'm old. And he's like, I don't want to beef with your mom forever. And I was like, oh, motherfucker. And he goes, I don't want to beef with your mom forever. She's alone. No point in having all this hate, you know what I mean? And I was like, Dad, you and Mom don't belong together.
We already tried it.
Yeah, and he's like, what do you mean, whatever? And I was like, based off of your guys' like core personalities, so this even goes, I think, even before the relationship, like really understanding who you are and the other person is. I'm like, your core personality don't fit. Like, you like to grab life by the horns and control your own destiny, right? You're like, this shit happens, I'm gonna move. Like, I'm gonna do
What
this.
a nice thing to say.
Yeah, right? But that's what my dad does.
That's cool.
My mom is literally like, tell me my future, please. I'll do anything you want me. So I'm like, that core trait, if someone is like, I'm gonna do some shit myself, the other person is always putting my confidence in someone else. Like, you guys don't, I was telling them, like, you guys shouldn't even have got together. I should have never even been born.
But you're not even looking at it the right way. Okay?
Okay. Their sex was
This
so
is where
good.
you're wrong.
No.
Obviously. Look at the fucking classic, whatever that is that they made.
I was a jizz product.
That came out of a fucking human.
That was a jizz product.
We're all just products.
So he already loves her, right? He's kind of like saying, I fucking still love her. In his own way, right? He still fucking but...
And Bart shut him down.
And you don't want them to fucking deal with you and bother you. Let them fucking annoy each other.
That they're gonna bother him.
That's the thing, exactly.
You're gonna bring him in as an intermediary.
That's exactly, that's why. I told my dad, I'm like, he's like, what could possibly go wrong?
Oh, everything.
Like,
Everything could possibly go
at the end of the day, mom's a chick, right?
That is a good point.
That's a good observation.
Chicks,
That's a solid point.
they fucking complain, motherfucker. I'm like, you think she's gonna complain to you? Nope. She's gonna complain to me.
Yeah.
So now it's gonna be this motherfucking three-way relationship where you fucking piss her off.
Yeah.
She doesn't know. You don't know what she's complaining about because she ain't gonna talk to your ass because she hasn't talked to you for like 3 decades.
Yeah.
Your mom wouldn't complain to your dad?
3 decades, bro.
No, because she's closer to me. All the fucking bullshit she texts me for a reason.
So when he did something wrong in the past, she wouldn't even like call him out on it. She'd just hit you up.
She probably go, I already knew because of fucking destiny said.
What if like your dad...
My mom says that your dad's gonna piss me
that
the
my
fuck off.
husband is a fucking asshole.
Hey, what if your dad like cons the system and like pays a fortune teller to tell your mom that's like, yo, like you gotta spend the rest of your life with this man?
That's kind of sweet.
It doesn't work.
That's romantic,
because my
bro.
mom got like 6 of those homies.
That's what I'm saying. He gotta like fucking grease all 6.
Maybe.
It's probably cheap, honestly.
No, not until they know that they're all competing for that they're all in on a racket together.
I'm thinking of the fortune tellers with the bars on the window and the neon sign and shit. You could probably do it for $200.
My mom has a full JK News cast of fortune teller homies. Like she could probably have her own destiny. Just kidding, destiny.
Just kidding, Destiny.
Just kidding, fortune.
Just kidding, fortune.
That's so funny.
I would watch the shit out of that show. I'd rather watch that show than this show.
At least you get some product out.
Yo, can you just bring your entire mom's homies in for like,
Yeah.
and they can do the hot seat for us?
great.
They could tell us our fortune, yo.
We're
We
just
should
like,
get a fortune teller
when
in
is
here.
this show
I'm
gonna
actually
die?
down to bring my
yeah.
mom on, and we could ask her.
Put her on the hot seat.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
sick.
Oh, that'd be so good.
Dude, we should put her on a mattress. Because Bart fucking spent the first 12 years of his life sleeping
I
next to
can't
her.
believe that's how it came back in.
That's how it came back.
Put her on a mattress.
Yeah, dude, we'll get a big fucking mattress right
I was like mortified when he said that. I was like, what?
sleep right next to her.
We'll put Bart next to her on the mattress and we'll all fucking interview.
I would be way too scared if your mom was sitting there. I wouldn't even know how to ask questions. I'd shut the fuck up.
I feel like I'm
Asian
scared of your mom based on the stories you tell about
Dude,
her.
I'm
Your dad would be
excited.
different. I feel like if your dad was here, it'd be different. But if it's your mom, I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
They're actually the complete opposite. So my mom, like, if you meet her, she's like super bubbly and charismatic and nice, right? She's like this, and then you're like, oh, she's so friendly, your guard's down, and then she fucking seeps her fucking fangs into you. She's controlling you like a puppy, you don't even know. My dad is like a grumpy Asian man, like, oh, this guy's kind of mean, but then he's like offering you soup every day and all that stuff. And you're like, wait, this guy's actually really nice on the inside. That's what I'm saying, they shouldn't have been together, dude.
I think opposites attract, though.
Perfect. Or they're perfect.
That's a fact.
I think opposites attract, but there's definitely got to be like some very minimum core basics that they both share that will make them compatible. But opposites attract, I think, because I don't know, dating someone that's like exactly like you is like super boring.
Yeah, dude.
Were there signs that your parents were about to break up, like that you?
Right out of my mouth.
Yeah.
I mean, I was 6, so I didn't
mine.
know. I was 6, I was so small.
Wow.
Not what I wanted to hear. Not what I wanted to hear.
Yeah, wow.
How many breakups have you guys had?
He said what?
How many breakups?
How many breakups? Yeah.
Oh God, I mean, so fucking many, you know.
The fact that you said it behind your mouth like this, like
So fucking many.
Can't even count, man. It's to life.
That were like my fault, or that were
day?
like her fault. You know what I mean?
Day.
And do we count the relationships from junior high on?
I need to. Can I?
I need to pad my numbers.
Nothing under 6 months.
Okay.
I'm out.
I'm out.
Or is there a relationship where like you guys got together and like even in the first part of it, there were some signs that you're like, oh, this probably wouldn't work, but you're like, you know, I'm gonna try to overlook it or try to work it out, and then eventually those are the exact same reasons why you guys broke up.
I don't know what your question was.
I don't either. Wait, I don't get. Wait, can you clarify? What do you mean?
So for example, like with my mom and my dad, right? Like, if my dad's a very logical person, from off the bat, he knows that my mom doesn't operate on logic. Like, when you have a core trait, it seeps into everything. How you order food, how you put clothes on, everything, right?
Yeah.
But then you're so infatuated that you just kind of overlook it. You're like, ah, you know what?
Yeah, I think that was all my relationships.
And then all of them. So all of them, you had red flags, and you're like, oh, this could work.
Because I think ultimately I'm probably leaning more toward an optimist. So like when I'm in a relationship, I always feel like anything can be solved.
Yeah.
So even if there are red flags, I'm like, that can be solved. And then
I'll get around to it.
Yeah.
we'll eventually solve
it's like
it.
an eventual chore. Right?
That is what you're saying, right?
I'll kick it out of her system.
It's on the list.
From your experience,
Physically.
Is that how you handle it though? Are you like I'll deal with it later because I'm too much enjoying the present with this person? Like,
Yeah, I mean, like, it's not that big of a deal. I feel like maybe I can deal, like, maybe I need to learn something.
Yeah, it's like, is that a red flag or is that like a yellow flag? You know what I mean?
yeah, that's true.
Go really fast. We can go through it. We can speed through it.
That's true.
Yeah, is it a pet peeve of mine or is it something that I need to work on? Because I'm like, maybe I'm just annoyed because, maybe it's just my thing, you know? I don't know. I like the pussy. It's too good to resist.
There it is. Depth pussy. Ah.
I remember. I'll tell you a story. I moved to LA with this girl, and we were doing improv together and shit. And I remember this stupid shit with improv, right? So there's short form improv, right, which is like the whose lines it anyway stuff, and it's like 2 to 5 minutes a scene max. And then there's long form improv, which is like the Herald, and it's like all this other shit, right? Who cares? But when we moved to LA, the idea was to stop doing short form improv, which just seems kind of hacky in the community, and start doing long form improv. But then she tries out for Comedy Sports LA, which was like, you know, it's like a big company, right? And so you go work there, but you're doing short form improv. And I didn't even try out for it, but I was fucking pissed about it because I was like, we moved here to do long form improv. Why the fuck are you doing this hacky ass shit, right? I'm just being a fucking stupid 22-year-old kid. Like, basically being insecure that she got into this theater company, and I was maybe I think I was just jealous.
Jealous Steve.
Jealous Steve. And then I wasn't being supportive of her having done that. I was being the opposite. And discouraging, which was, you know, definitely an immature, jealous, stupid thing. But I think that was a big sign that we were headed towards breakup zone. Is not having her back, being very like like petty and stupid about something.
So that was more on you, and you recognize.
Definitely on. It was all on me. It was all on me. I don't blame her at all because we ended up breaking up, and she ended up dumping me, right? And I think that's something that I look back on, and I go, oh man, I definitely was just being a jealous little bitch, but I didn't know how to
Articulate
that. And I don't think I was being honest with myself about what the true thing was behind it.
Today's video is brought to you by Babbel. So right now, I've been missing some international travel. And back in last July, me and Hannah went to Mexico, right? So for our anniversary, I took her to a Mexican fair / concert / outside bazaar / shopping place food fair. It was pretty amazing, right? And we were there, and I feel like we were the only non-Hispanic. And we stuck out like a sore thumb, but everyone was super nice. They were just like, oh, cool, you want to try this? Whatever. And I really missed speaking Spanish, but I didn't want to be super like offensive. But thanks to Babbel, I was able to look it up real quick and get myself brushed up on all the stuff and be like, okay, I feel confident again. Let me experiment on using Spanish with my fellow Españols over here.
Yeah, and then what happened? Did it work?
They're like, I speak English, fool.
Oh, I use Babbel to learn English.
But no, it was pretty cool because like, you know, they knew that I was just trying to practice and stuff, and so they were super supportive. But that's what I really like about Babbel is they have so many different languages that you can learn from. What's really cool is they do it in these real quick 10-minute lessons.
Yeah, they're really quick, and because they're so easy to digest, you can start speaking and having conversations like in real life, like not those crazy like super official words, but actual conversational vocabulary words in less than 3 weeks.
And it was created by over 150 language experts.
Yeah, and they even have speech recognition technology, so it can help you correct your enunciations, you can pronounce things better and better and better.
And you can choose from 14 different languages.
Like Spanish, Italian, French,
German.
all kinds of languages. Right now, you can save up to 60% off your subscription.
Yeah.
When you go to babbel.com/offtherecord. That's babbel.com/offtherecord for up to 60% off your subscription. Babbel, language for life. Essay.
I was being this stupid petty fuck who's just going, didn't we not move here for long form improv? What the fuck? We're supposed to be doing UCB and all this shit. And then she's like getting distracted from you doing UCB. How stupid is this, by the way? It's really dumb.
You saw your relationship as long form improv?
As the Herald.
I don't know what that means, but
You understand? You understand? We'll bring that back later.
okay, gotcha.
Which is the joke
Especially
about the
after
Herald.
he said nobody cares when he said the Herald.
It's such a minor detail, but that is the weird core that I built around that stupid excuse.
Because it meant so much to you at the time.
It did.
And
But
it's super hard to see that at the time.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
When you're in the situation, like
You're feeling
kind
it.
of like what he's saying. It's like there is a logic to what you're saying.
Yeah.
If you were to take out the insecurity and the emotion, blah blah blah, like there's logic to that.
Yeah.
Like moving there to try and do something and pursue a certain way, especially after having gone through it. But then when it doesn't happen, you're like, what the fuck? But obviously you're right now in retrospect. But it's so hard to see that. Like
it is.
You said you were 20 when that happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Baby.
I think a red flag is when they start looking at you in a negative light. So when they start making comments, putting you down, things like that are like, even in a jokingly way, or like it's very small, and then they start picking at things and wanting to change you.
Yeah, when they mean it. That's bad. Not breaking your balls.
No, like, I mean,
I'm all sitting here like, damn, I got some red flags in my life.
So we love the
I got to get a divorce.
I need to get out of here, guys. I'm gonna make a phone call.
Yeah, we love getting our balls busted.
For sure. It's fucking hilarious, right? Because we're in that environment all the time. But then when it goes down to like they're serious about, hey, you should be wearing this, you should be doing this, you should be doing this for your career. And it's like, are you my fucking mom? What the fuck? It's like, what's going on? And then I think they're dissatisfied with you as a human being. They don't like you for you. They're trying to change you into someone they want you to be. And I think that's like the beginning stages of like, get the fuck out of there.
That could also be a reflection of where they're dissatisfied with their own lives too, right? That's why they're taking it out on you instead of just
Projecting it.
Yeah.
Or establish boundaries. I'd say just pulling the ripcord on that is a little maybe extreme.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Oh, just if they're like, hey, you want to like start? I want to start, giving you ideas of what you should wear and stuff. If you're like, hey, I like what I wear actually. Boundary.
Because then it becomes like a I never want to change anything about my life, which is also damaging, I think, because it's like, because I've like dating different people, you learn different things that they bring to the table. They're like, oh, I didn't think about it that way or whatever. But or like different, view how they view the world and stuff like that, perspective. And if you just say, oh, I don't want to change any way in the way that I think, dress, or wear, or anything like that, then you kind of cut yourself off to a lot of like growth, for the future. So I think that like, yeah, within reason, like if you feel like it's just them only focusing on the negative about you, then obviously there's a red flag there. But I definitely think that, especially if someone cares for you, then they're gonna bring things up in a way that they're looking to like maybe help you out, in certain ways.
The delivery that matters a lot.
Yeah, and also the frequency and like, where that's coming from. If it's coming from a place of resentment, or if it's coming from a place of like, oh, I want you, help you improve.
I really want to help you versus I'm just fucking talking shit.
Yeah, because like nagging and constructive criticism is a very fine line.
Yeah.
And it can be blurred really easily depending on who's giving.
And one is louder than the other.
Yeah. And one's more consistent.
Yeah, one happens all the fucking time.
Dang.
Even in my text messages.
Hypothetically.
Yeah, in this scenario.
Like you forgot to all caps what you just said. I know the true volume of it.
You're being passive aggressive right now.
Bart, the house is on fire.
Why are you yelling at
Nagging
me?
again about the house being on fire.
Language.
This might be like a dub, but like in answering that question, like signs that a couple is like breaking up. You guys have that friend who like you're always asking them how they're doing and stuff like that, and they're like, I swear it's like years of like fights or arguments with their significant other.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
You know what I mean? Where like you and your homies sometimes, you're not trying to be a dick, but you're like, maybe they should just break up. You know what I'm talking about? But it just goes forever. Every single time you ask this homie, like, yo, like,
I had a friend like that. I was just like, every time I'd see him, I was like, hey, did you break up with your girlfriend?
Where everyone's rooting for them to split.
Because it was like super unhealthy.
Are you cool with the chick too though? Were you cool with your friend's girlfriend too?
Yeah. I met her first, actually.
Oh wow.
But you were rooting for both of them to split?
They just were super unhealthy. Every time I would talk to either of them, because they were both my friends, they were just like complaining about the other person. I was like, bro, this is not healthy. Like, y'all are too old for this. Like, you should break up.
Yeah.
But they just both didn't want to do it because they're both really comfortable, which I get.
That's the worst.
yeah, no.
I've seen a lot of that shit.
Because it's scary, right? It's scary to like leave something that's comfortable.
And then you're also as like a third party friend too, like especially because like I have some of those friends where I'm also like homies at longtime friends with like their significant others. So you're in the middle and you're like, I care about everybody. So my literal best thing to do is to not have an opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, stay out of it.
Yeah, otherwise, like, to do this, you're doing this, or to do this, you're doing this, and it's kind of like, that's not the fucking point. The point is to just be like, how can I be a support circle when somebody's having a hard time? Other than that, I'm like, it's not my fucking business.
But they were both like, we should break up with each other. And so then when I heard that,
They both agreed.
I was like, you should. You should do that. Just like, why don't you do that yet?
They were telling you separately.
Yeah.
Are they still together or are they married?
No, fuck no. They're like, they broke up, and I was like,
Good for them.
I had to be extremely honest with with two friends a couple years ago because they were I was like, it was like a group setting, right? A bunch of people there, and then this one chick friend of mine was asking for advice about this dude that she's dating, and I was like, oh yeah, he's a good dude and all shit. And then
all this shit.
this couple was like, whoa, well, what do you think about our relationship? And I was like, you don't want to know what I think about your relationship. I just told them that straight up because I had.
And what was their face when you said that?
Sank a little bit, but honestly, it was just because I had mediated and stuff for them so many goddamn motherfucking times that I was like, I am not doing this.
wait, yeah, if they know that, they're just like looking for weird validation. Like, no.
I was like, boundary. There you go.
Said it in your face.
That's your boundary right there.
I mean, like, outside looking in, if I've seen relationships where both are like talking so much fucking shit about the other
The most shit ever with
when
a
they're not
megaphone.
there.
With a megaphone.
And then everyone's just like, why are you still in there? And they're still together. And then I'm just like, why?
That's just their love language.
Ooh, talking shit.
Shit talking?
Yeah.
You actually believe that some people are so toxic that they should just be toxic soulmates?
Maybe. Because it's not necessarily like you belong together, but maybe it's like you don't belong with anybody else who's not toxic, so be together.
Oh, I never thought of it that way.
It's more just to keep the nuclear radiation away from the general populace.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's kind of like you're toxic. Whether you belong together Doesn't matter.
We should weld them
You
in
don't
their home.
belong.
Lock 'em in.
Yeah, lock them in. Fucking get a welding crew in there.
As long as they're happy. Toxic people deserve happiness.
Dude,
You know
I've
what I
heard,
mean?
I've heard such quotes as, "He is a lying piece of shit. I will never trust him again." And then like the next week they're like, "Yeah, we're fine."
They figured it out.
I don't want to know.
They talked. Maybe
I
they have
don't want to
great
know.
communication.
So does that mean those aren't red flags if they're still together?
No, they're red flags because but they're just not normal people. They're just not normal human beings. They're red flags for everybody else. That's
Yeah, well, some flags are so red, they're beyond the couple. You know what I mean? It's so red that the platonic friends are like, oh my goodness, they could even see it.
But the real
Which
question,
they shouldn't be able to see it.
the real question is for those couples that you could think of that are like very toxic in their minds, they probably don't think that they are at all.
Oh, of course not.
For a temporary amount of time, they're actually going to deal with their real situation, like their long-term fucked up relationship. They're actually going to deal with it, and then they're going to smooth it over and go, "No, we were fine. Everything's fine."
Yeah. We were tripping.
Until the next detonation.
It's that post-nut clarity where you're like, oh, we need to fix this until like an hour passes.
Post-nut clarity hits you so hard. Too.
Dude, it's a crazy force, man.
Sex of passion, post-nut clarity. You're like, dude, I'll never trust you.
You want to get breakfast?
Do you ever look at the whole day leading up to the post-nut clarity and being like, Jesus, I was jumping through fucking hoops, man. Like, these hoops are on fucking fire, dude. Like, holy shit.
Sometimes post-nut clarity is like, wow, I just watched Bambi getting fucked by a monster.
Wait, what?
My man, you watching the same porn as I am.
Hell yeah, man.
I was trying to figure out if that was like you, like describing yourself, or like
Talking about Bambi, the cartoon.
Bambi,
Getting fucked by a scary monster.
that monster named Steve Greene.
Sometimes you're like, yeah, this is really, really hot. And then
Bookmark.
afterward, you're like,
I hate my visual
that was
imagination.
really fucked up.
You liked it until you tried it. You know what I mean?
I'm like, what did Thumper have to do with any of that?
It's in the name, bro.
I haven't seen Bambi in like fucking 25 years, can you tell?